And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This will be fielded at the 8. And he's going to go out of bounds on the return. He won't even get this thing back to the 10-yard line. They run with Ezekiel Elliott, last year's NFL rushing leader, and able to break one tackle but then quickly brought down. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. Well, we see so many good battles in the NFC East, and Cowboys and Giants, they rarely disappoint. They didn't disappoint last year. Cowboys got the better of the Giants both times. Week 2, 20-13, and then in Week 17, a thriller, 36-35. That was a game where Dak Prescott threw 4 touchdown passes. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On the counter, Elliott. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes, so when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
First down, Dallas.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of this one. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Lucky. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On second down now, it's Elliott. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for first.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, a guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Black 22.
Winston from the gun on third down. He finds Randall Cobb on the completion. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
In your face.
Hey, 5 on the 50. Let's go.
Running with Elliott. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position.
Here we go. 280!
Not today, you are. Not today. Rush in. Check.
74. Wait, touch.
They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen.
Come on, run to the ball.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. On third down, Barkley. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
They can't hang with us. Check 3.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Black, come on.
It's our deal.
Great 15.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Well, that's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards.
58's the money. 58's the money. All day, just like that. Just like that.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. Jamal Sheard on the stop.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Great 57. Hey, Alpha.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wentz. And it is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Brashad Perriman, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be taken short. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Hines, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Ready? 55, 25.
Check 56. I don't think you got it, son.
Now on 2nd and 13, Winston. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 27 yards there, a first down. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. From the pistol, here's Elliott. Tackle made by the Pro Bowl safety Landon Collins.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on 4th down. Winston to throw for it on 4th. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Hassan Reddick, and the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, that it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, Wood.
54's Mike. Check, watch 54, watch 54.
From the gun, it's Wentz. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd and 15 now. Winston. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller, and the return here will go to the 31-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
At the Cowboys' 30-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Hey, Delta.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 50.
Wentz now to throw. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley.
Sometimes the most effective routes are the ones that you run in the backyard, and you probably ran them when you were 5 years old. How about a little curl there against zone? But the key to it is finding the open spots in the zone. How a linebacker or a defensive back will widen to give you space. Find that area and let your quarterback hit you.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action.
54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Hey, wahoo!
I'm going back to you.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. That's going to be caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll run forward with Tariq Cohen, and he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Tariq Cohen, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that.
And that's caught inside the 30. A big play here for the Cowboys. 48 yards.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great, let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his second rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Here's Winston. That's complete to Cobb. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up first and goal.
Black 25.
Mike 56. It's out time. It's out time, guys. It's out time. 56. Mike 56. Right there. Right there.
Easy, easy, easy. We own them. We own them. Mike 50.
From the gun, Winston. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver, but it'll be second and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal.
Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 50. Easy. Hey, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here. Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
Here's Winston. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Two incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on third and goal here. Jameis to throw it. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Bailey able to knock it through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Hey, Zoo. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. You don't get this, boy.
Now on 2nd and 13. Wentz. He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
But it's not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete. But you're right, it hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
46 down, man, 5-4. SOS.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
It's a gain of 6.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Throwing on 2nd down. Winston, complete to Bryant. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Here's Elliott. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Winston. It's caught by Bryant. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Pin the mirrors back and go full street. Check 26, check 26. Bang, 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 bang.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Again, it's Elliott. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and goal.
Ready? Blue ready. 15. Get the weight room. Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Watch the run, watch the run. 5-0. 50. Watch the screen. Where's the go?
Working out of the gun, Winston. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that?
on. What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Good track. Hey, check 24.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. They've done a good job of holding him down in the first half, but he explodes for a big one right there.
Yeah, I've got an image in my head of him being surrounded by a bunch of people, really, with ropes and other things trying to keep him locked in. But eventually they got tired too, and just as you noted, he broke out.
And it's a guy that usually you can only keep down for so long. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
56. It's our time. It's our time. Switch it.
A first down throw for Winston. Looking deep for Adams. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep blow with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soft. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Clay Matthews adding another sack to his impressive NFL resume. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. throwing. Winston. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Mike 56. Mike 56. I got it. 56. Mike 56. Right there. 56.
Now Winston on 4th down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to be intercepted. Landon Collins, the Pro Bowl safety.
Well, you're trailing. It's the 4th quarter, and you've got to throw the football. But the defense knows this, too. So they're just going to sit back, bring in an extra defensive back or two, the old nickel or dime strategy, Brandon, and wait for you to put that bad boy up for grabs. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Shit. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
First down, a run with Cohen. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Sunday.
Kill. Check. Fresno.
Here's Wentz to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Off the edge, it's Tyrone Crawford with a sack. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
5-9. Hey, Foxtrot.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz under pressure again, and down he goes again. Nick Vigil. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. Here's Andy Lee now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain. To throw is Winston. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Winston now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now this throw caught left side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Black 22.
56. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
From the red zone now, Winston. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Jameis again. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dez Bryant, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Bailey got the extra point as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go. The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Again, it's Barkley. Brought down around the 16 or 17. Had a nice move, but couldn't free much space. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Kill.
Hey, exit.
Check hot route. Hot.
82.
58 to Mike.
Hey, watch the ball. Go.
58, right over there, right
there.
Mike, 58, right there. Keep it up, defense.
Kill.
58, boys, 58 to Mike. Here we go, D. Here I come.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 60 yards. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, it's Cohen. And he is going to lose yardage here. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11.
Four down. Check. Show it. Check 50.
And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Man 5-7. Hey, Echo.
He's coming.
From the red zone now, Wentz. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Dalton Schultz, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. And that's Elliott, complete. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for one here and save the possible two-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for two here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah.
Now you wonder why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
And this will be recovered by the Giants. And that ought to just about do it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Bravo!
Right there.
Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. Safarian Jenkins has it. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
It's a gain of 22 yards. And the Giants first down. First and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Here we go. Back. 180. Forward, Tokyo.
At 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic.
Hey, orbit.
We ain't beginning to fire you up. Don't get nervous.
To throw is Wentz. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Giants, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the New York Jets come to town. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.